The wise lessons come and listen to my counsel. I'll share my heart with you and make you wise. The wise inherit honor, but fools are put to shame. Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble. Stop deceiving yourselves. If you think you are wise by this world's standards, you need to become a fool to be truly wise. Wise words are like deep waters. Wisdom flows from the wise like a bubbling brook. Fools vent their anger, but the wise quietly hold it back. The wise don't engage in empty chatter. What good are such words? Mockers hate to be corrected, so they stay away from the wise. The wise are known for their understanding, and pleasant words are persuasive. Pride leads to conflict. Those who take advice are wise. Wise words are more valuable than much gold and many rubies. Wise words satisfy like a good meal. The right words bring satisfaction. One wise person is stronger than 10 leading citizens of a town. I thought, wisdom is better than foolishness, just as light is better than darkness. 14. For the wise can see where they are going, but fools walk in the dark. Yet I saw that the wise and the foolish share the same fate. The wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend whatever they get. Some people make cutting remarks, but the words of the wise bring healing. Listen to the words of the wise. Apply your heart to my instruction. He traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. Fools think their own way is right, but the wise listen to others. Better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a foolish king. The wise are cautious and avoid danger. Fools plunge ahead with reckless confidence. Mockers can get a whole town agitated, but the wise will calm anger. The path of life leads upward for the wise. They leave the grave behind. Wealth is a crown for the wise. The effort of fools yields only foolishness. If you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. And again, Yahavah knows the thoughts of the wise. He knows they are worthless. The wise conquer the city of the strong and level the fortress in which they trust. If you punish a mocker, the simple-minded become wise. If you instruct the wise, they will be all the wiser. The wise are mightier than the strong, and those with knowledge grow stronger and stronger. The wise are glad to be instructed, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. The wise don't make a show of their knowledge, but fools broadcast their foolishness. Let the wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance. The tongue of the wise makes knowledge appealing, but the mouth of a fool belches out foolishness. The lips of the wise give good advice. The heart of a fool has none to give. Instruct the wise, and they will be even wiser. Teach the righteous, and they will learn even more. From a wise mind comes wise speech. The words of the wise are persuasive. Wise people treasure knowledge, but the babbling of a fool invites disaster. Some people make cutting remarks, but the words of the wise bring healing. Wise words bring approval, but fools are destroyed by their own words. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. Better to be criticized by a wise person than to be praised by a fool. A wise person is hungry for knowledge, while the fool feeds on trash. Let the wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance. A wise child accepts a parent's discipline. A mocker refuses to listen to correction. If you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. The instruction of the wise is like a life-giving fountain. Those who accept it avoid the snares of death. A truly wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. Plans succeed through good counsel. Don't go to war without wise advice. Listen to the words of the wise. Apply your heart to my instruction. Wealth is a crown for the wise. The effort of fools yields only foolishness. The path of life leads upward for the wise. They leave the grave behind. The wise are glad to be instructed, but babbling fools fall flat on their faces. The seeds of good deeds become a tree of life. A wise person wins friends. The wise don't make a show of their knowledge, but fools broadcast their foolishness. Wise people think before they act. Fools don't, and even brag about their foolishness. A wise king scatters the wicked like wheat, then runs his threshing wheel over them. The wise conquer the city of the strong and level the fortress in which they trust. The wise are mightier than the strong, and those with knowledge grow stronger and stronger. He traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. Without wise leadership, a nation falls. There is safety in having many advisors. A king rejoices in wise servants, but is angry with those who disgrace him. Wise words bring many benefits, and hard work brings rewards. Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Be wise enough to know when to quit. Wise words will win you a good meal, but treacherous people have an appetite for violence. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. The 5 who were foolish didn't take enough olive oil for their lamps, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil. So be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. Instruct the wise, and they will be even wiser. Teach the righteous, and they will learn even more. A wise woman builds her home, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. Young people who obey the law are wise. Those with wild friends bring shame to their parents. A wise servant will rule over the master's disgraceful son and will share the inheritance of the master's children. Get all the advice and instruction you can so you will be wise the rest of your life. A wise person thinks a lot about death, while a fool thinks only about having a good time. How wonderful to be wise, to analyze and interpret things. Wisdom lights up a person's face, softening its harshness. Wise words come from the lips of people with understanding, but those lacking sense will be beaten with a rod. The instructions of Yahavah are perfect, reviving the soul. The decrees of Yahavah are trustworthy, making wise the simple. Anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Those who are wise will take all this to heart. They will see in our history the faithful love of Yahavah. Elohim looks down from heaven on the entire human race. He looks to see if anyone is truly wise, if anyone seeks Elohim. If you become wise, you will be the one to benefit. If you scorn wisdom, you will be the one to suffer. This foolish plan of Elohim is wiser than the wisest of human plans, and Elohim's weakness is stronger than the greatest of human strength. Remember, dear brothers and sisters, that few of you were wise in the world's eyes, or powerful or wealthy when Elohim called you. Instead, Elohim chose things the world considers foolish in order to shame those who think they are wise. And he chose things that are powerless to shame those who are powerful. Elohim chose things despised by the world, things counted as nothing at all, and used them to bring to nothing what the world considers important. As a result, no one can ever boast in the presence of Elohim. We cannot imagine the power of the Almighty, but even though he is just and righteous, he does not destroy us. No wonder people everywhere fear him. All who are wise show him reverence. Be wise, my child, and make my heart glad. Then I will be able to answer my critics. My child, if your heart is wise, my own heart will rejoice.